Now, let's go upstairs. And as you can see, I've already got it mostly set up, and it might look a little bit confusing to begin with, but I'll explain it all in a second. I'm going to start by showing you guys the induction furnace over here. This is the induction furnace, and as you can see, it's got two input slots. So I could put item here, and I can put an item here, and when it smelts, it will output to its corresponding spot over here. Now, when you're inputting items, it will input automatically into the left, and if this fills up, it will start inputting over here. And it can smelt both stacks simultaneously. So if you have two stacks of 64, it will smelt both stacks of 64 at the exact same time. So obviously, if you fill up this to 64, you can then fill this up at the same time. But if this reaches 64, this will stop stacking at 64, which means you will then be overflowing. So just be wary of that. You can still overflow in this setup, however, it's a lot less likely to overflow because of the heat here. As you can see, it's at 0%. Now we want to make that turn into 100 because when it's at 100, it smelts using less energy and it smelts much, much faster than any average furnace. Right now at 0% heat, if I put this piece of cobblestone in here, quite loud, it's barely doing anything, as you can see. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that down, I'm going to turn that on, and that will actually activate the induction furnace, turn it into the on state, in which the heat will begin to gradually accumulate. Now it does require a certain amount of EU per tick to keep this heated. However, it is well worth it to keep it at full 100% heat, as it requires a lot less EU to do that. So I'm going to let that heat up while I show you guys the rest of this. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, this is where our diamond, and I'm just going to turn the sound off because it's going to be really annoying. Okay, so this is our diamond collection bay area, the giant large chest here. There are 4 diamonds. As you can see, we have some wood pipes and a bunch of automatic crafting tables. Now, basically the way you're going to want to set this up is the chest and have a wood pipe going from the chest to the automatic crafting table, and just basically have them set up to go around in a circle. And you're going to need 6 automatic crafting tables into the furnace, and then 3 more automatic crafting tables. And I'll show you now the recipes to have this work the way we want. So you want to turn 1 diamond into 4 gold, 1 gold into 4 iron, 1 iron into 4 bricks, 2 bricks into 8 stone, 6 stone into 9 cobblestone, 8 cobblestone into 2 clay, and then we will smelt the clay into bricks in here. We will then extract the bricks, turn 4 bricks into iron, iron into gold, and gold into diamond, as I'm sure you're now well aware. Now, this might not seem like it's going to make a profit to you guys at the moment, and I can explain that really easily. The reason this makes a profit is because it requires 6 pieces of clay to make 1 iron ingot in equivalent exchange. Now, for some reason, the author of equivalent exchange didn't count on the fact that bricks are simply smelted clay. And for some reason, he made it so 4 bricks are the equivalent of an iron ingot. Now, when you convert a diamond all the way down to cobblestone, you are actually getting enough cobblestone to get 6 pieces of clay to make iron. So you're actually getting, well, it takes 4 pieces of iron to make 1 gold. So you're essentially getting 6 times 4, that's 24. Getting 24 pieces of clay per iron. Now when you reconvert it, or when you smelt these into brick, you're actually making a profit of 2 brick for every iron you convert it down and convert back up. So that's where you're making your profit on the smelting the clay, which is why you need the furnace. Without the furnace, you're just simply converting down and converting back up, and there will be no profit made. Now, one thing to be wary of is when you put down your wooden pipes, as you can see sometimes, as the thick end is on the left, the thick end is where you'll be extracting from, and we want to extract from the chest into here and then all the way along there. Now, if you have a buildcraft wrench, which is made using, I believe it's iron in the top left, iron in the top right, iron in the bottom center, and an iron gear in the dead middle, that's the buildcraft wrench. And by right-clicking on pipes or engines, as you can see, it will rearrange the setup of them so that they will be pointing where you want. So I'm going to put down some more engines on these orange blocks here, which are where my redstone runs to power them, and they will be set up directly in front of the wood pipes to allow for easy extraction. As you can see now they're all set up properly. The only thing left to do is to power this part here, and this is where we're going to extract one diamond. We can only run one diamond through this setup every 160 seconds. I think you can reduce it down to about 150 if you play around with it, but if you have it any less than that, I think it will start to overflow at the induction furnace, in which means basically you're wasting diamonds, and if it's overflowing anywhere in the setup, you're going to be reducing your number of diamonds instead of multiplying them. So we're going to start by putting down a redstone timer. And as you can see here, it ticks on this here torch. And you can leave it set up like that, and it will actually, well, oopsies, that was not planned. Alright, so let's put this back down. Okay, so if I put this here, as you can see, it will tick when it points this direction. Now you can leave it there if you want, and you can point it like this, or you can point it like this. And as you see, every time it lights up, it actually lights up to the right and to the left. So it doesn't matter whether you set it up this way or pointing that way. We're going to set the interval to 160 seconds, as I mentioned before, so we're not overflowing, and we're going to put our redstone repeater down. Now, the red power repeater has a lot more ticks than the normal repeater. I believe it goes up to 9, but for some reason, once you're past 4 or 5, it seems to account for a lot more than 8 or 9 ticks. At least that's what I found. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. So that will set it to 4 ticks, which is the maximum number of ticks for a normal redstone repeater. And I'm also going to activate all these. So as you can see, our redstone engines are now running. And if I let this run until this comes back around, you know what, I'll let that sit here just so you guys can see that this does work. And if it doesn't work, I'll have to reset the timer and such. But for the most part, I've never had any problems with this setup. The only thing that sometimes gives me trouble is that the timer won't act. The timer and the redstone repeater won't properly activate this redstone engine, and so basically you'll just have all your engines running, but you won't have any diamonds running through it. So it's not too big of a deal. Basically, to fix that, you just break all 3, put them back down, and just keep trying until it seems to be working. I don't know what causes that issue or really how to fix it without breaking all 3. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll just let you guys, I'll let that run for now. And yeah, I would recommend for the induction furnace not starting the process until it's reached 100 heat. That way it smelts at the most efficient speed possible. If it's not smelting at 100% heat, it will actually overflow much quicker. As at 0% heat, it actually smelts like at a quarter of the speed of a standard furnace, which is not efficient at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And just in case anyone asks, that is a geothermal generator that is powering my induction furnace, just so that I didn't have to wire it up to anything fancy. And yeah, so I'll just let you guys watch this for now, and I will come back to you when it is running. Alright, now as you can see, it's about to hit the timer, and give it a couple more seconds. And we have a tick. Do we have a tick? We have a tick. There we go. As you can see, the redstone repeater then passes on the signal, powers the engine extracts the diamond, and the diamond will move through. Now, there is one other thing I need to mention, and I actually forgot to mention this earlier. In order for any of these automatic crafting tables to work, because they all use Philosopher's Stone's recipes, there must be, and I repeat, must, you cannot do this without this. You have to have a chest connected somehow, whether it be above, beside, or below these automatic crafting tables, with a Philosopher's Stone somewhere inside. It doesn't matter where, but they have to have one inside. I normally place, and as you can see now, it will actually cycle through properly. I prefer to put mine above, that way they're not in the way like this. Right now it's actually kind of in the way. I put it above so that it's out of the way, but I can easily access it I used to put them below, but then when you need access to the chest, you have to break the crafting table, which gets awfully complicated. So as you can see, this is gonna pipe all the way through, and I'm just gonna, well, yeah, I'm not gonna show you the whole process, but basically, this is a diamond making machine, and all you need is one diamond after setting all this up, and you can actually begin making profit. So hopefully this helps you out, guys. If you have any questions, or you want me to maybe redo the video with a little bit more clarity, or maybe just come back in and explain something a little bit better, just leave a comment, let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you guys. If you like it, let me know. Or if you don't want to have it on your homepage all the time, just leave a comment again. That way I can see that you guys are liking what you're seeing, and I can continue producing the videos you guys like. So, good luck and have fun.